Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. Last night I heard my mama singing a song. Did you ever read about a frog who dreamed of being a king? Well, this is the last day I'll ever see, lost in memories of the moment, and the people smiled as we sang our song. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson.
And hey, Rainmaker, come away from that man.
Which randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past are we looking at this week, James Cook?
We are going to the 26th of June, 1971, Andy Robinson.
The 26th of June, 1971. I say to reiterate, James Cook, of course, in this top 30, there are a lot of other loads of great records, apart from the ones we're going to be talking about, such as Just My Imagination by The Temptations, Oh You Pretty Thing by Peter Noon, My Brother Jake by Free, Brown Sugar by The Stones, Double Barrel by Dave and Ansel Collins, and Mozart Symphony No. 40 by Waldo de los Rios.
The number one album was Tarkus by Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Really? Okay.
Yep. No, I don't know.
Doesn't feature in this top 10. In world news, I learned that President Nixon, had just declared the war on drugs. The UK has just begun negotiations for the EEC. And Margaret Thatcher is threatening to stop children's milk. However, in music news, the Fillmore East just closed down. In New York, Jim Morrison is about to die. And the first Reading Festival, at this actual date, James, of 26th of June 1971, the first Reading Festival is taking place.
Do we know who was on?
Yeah, there's loads of proggers and jazzers by the look of it. I didn't delve too much into it because we're doing the top 10, the singles, aren't we? The popular taste of the public.
Yeah, there's not really much of a prog vibe, is there, to this top 10?
Nope. It surprised me. Spoilers, 1971, just what is contained in this top 10 singles chart. What were you up to in 1971?
No, nowhere near being born.
I was just in my parental home wearing nappies. So I was 17, etc.
Hey!
All right then. I wish we had some 1971 facts and stats about these songs.
This top 10 contains 2 UK number one hit singles. There are 7 songs going up, 2 going down, 1 non-mover, for a total net movement of positive 19. There are 5 British artists, 3 Americans, 1 British/American, and 1 South African, with 5 groups and 5 solo artists.
Great 70s stats by my reckoning. There are 2 songs offering a warning, 2 songs about specific women, 2 songs about specific fellas, 1 song about a communication device, 1 song of self-affirmation, 1 song about missing family members, and 1 song of revenge and murder. There are no examples of self-reference, but there are 4 key changes, so I was satisfied with that department at least.
You can listen to all the songs by going to the Spotify or YouTube playlists. The links are in our description.
We always like to give you a nudge towards the music, either before, during or after this podcast, so you know what me and James are banging on about, and also a very entertaining top 10 this week.
And another half a dozen entertaining songs on our playlist that are in the top 50 on the 26th of June 1971 that we'll get into in our bonus tracks podcast, available exclusively to our beloved Patreon backers, the people who kindly chip in every month to keep this podcast going. You could become one by going to patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast, and this week you'll hear a massive American number one from Three Dog Night, a soul stomper from the chairman of the board, and a song about oscillating your underwear.
I can't wait. Should we just get straight into this 1971 top 10?
Okay, but first answer me this. Where's your mama gone?
Number 10.
Down 1 place to number 10, having peaked at number 4, it's I Am, I Said by Neil Diamond.
A new discovery to me this week, James. I've listened to this. I'm familiar with a bit of Neil Diamond's oeuvre and his back catalogue. Did you know this song?
Yes, I did.
Go on, tell me all about it.
What do you want to know? Do you want to know my thoughts? Or do you want to know the thoughts of other people? Or the thoughts of Neil Diamond?
Let's start with not our thoughts. You know, I'm like, James, we do give our opinions now and again, don't we?
We do. It's our podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's broaden it out a bit. Tell me about Neil Diamond.
Well, he said that this was consciously an attempt on his part to express what his dreams were about, what his aspirations were about, and what he was about. And without any question, it came from his sessions with his analyst. So he's basically, those confidential sessions you're supposed to have with your therapist.
Yeah.
This is him. He's putting that to music.
I think it's only confidential for the therapist, I believe. I don't think the person who goes there has to maintain some silence. They can do what they want, I think.
Yeah. It would be bad if the therapist had released this song
Yeah, imagine
called
that.
How Nuts is Neil Diamond? Basically, what had happened to Neil Diamond was that he had been screen tested to play Lenny Bruce in a film.
The one that Dustin Hoffman played Lenny Bruce in, eventually.
I don't know. I think so. I was trying to find out. There aren't really any other films around that time that feature Lenny Bruce as a character.
All right.
It didn't go well.
What, the rehearsal or the audition or what?
Yeah, the screen test, because he's Neil Diamond. He's
He's more of a jazz singer than a comedian.
He's not an actor.
All right.
I would say. I'd say he's more of a singer-songwriter. There was a whole thing about whether he should move back to New York, where he's from, because he's living in LA, which sounds like such a first world problem when you hear the lyrics in it.
The first verse, if you like, pretty much. LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is lay back.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo, Neil, what will you do?
Palm trees grow and rents are low, but I keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm from New York City, born and raised, but nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine anymore. So he's going on about that commute, that move, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he could take solace in the millions of dollars that he's made.
All right.
Am I not being sympathetic? I really like the song.
You sound like you're doing a bit of class war, and Neil Diamond is not allowed to express himself. As you know, James, I look at YouTube comments, don't I, sometimes to broaden it out. Someone, sorry, I forgot their name, says, this is a truly unusual song. It's about trying to find yourself and not doing a very good job of it. So you just give up and say, I am who I have become, and I'm still looking. And Diamond has always that melancholy so deep in all his music, which is why it relates. It's got a sadness to it, hasn't it, in there?
Yeah, it has. I mean, René Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. Neil Diamond says, I am, I said.
Kelly Barnett goes on in YouTube comments to say, Moses asked God, what is your name? And God replied, I am. So it's got that allusion to it as well.
I know in the song he does say that whole thing about, have you ever heard the story of the frog who wanted to be a king and then he became a king? Well, that's me. Or words to that effect. And you think, come on, Neil. It's all right.
Are you not buying this because of what? James, I'm glad you've delved into this early. You are suggesting Neil Diamond shouldn't say it. No, not that he shouldn't. But
He has. I can't stop him.
He's done it.
Yep.
Are you confusing the real life circumstances of the singer-songwriter with the point of view that this might be a character?
It's not a character, though.
What?
It's not a character. It's clearly him singing it. He said, this is me singing about my shit.
Yeah, all right.
Hasn't he? I think, no, look, I really like it. My God, I've been singing along to this week and having a great time. Yes. God damn it, yes.
It's worked its way in.
Yes. And, Andy, I listened to it all the way to the end. I didn't stop the song about a minute in, like when you watch that film about the Neil Diamond tribute act. Do you remember when I recommended that film to you and you watched the first 45 minutes and then stopped?
Song Blue, starring Hugh Jackman and what's the name?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Yeah, you recommended that to me, and you still hold a grudge that I turned it off, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's downer.
It was like life. It had ups and it had downs. It's like this song.
Like this podcast in some ways. Well, maybe, James, I turned it off. Raging Bull on YouTube says this is probably one of these songs nobody dislikes.
I think that's such a brave thing to say about any song.
Veggie Goddess turns up to say, I absolutely loathe the existence of Neil Diamond, so I'm not part of the sheeple.
Wow. Anyone who likes this song has been brainwashed by the global elites. Yeah. Oh, the internet.
Good old internet.
How many UK top 10 hits did Neil Diamond have?
I would say 4 or 5.
He had 4.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, I was hoping you'd guess more, because I would have guessed more.
Okay.
This is his third of 4 UK top 10 hits, but worldwide he sells 130 million records.
He's a popular artist. Welcome to Shooby-Doo Up and join our other Patreon for more important messages such as that. All right, then.
Do you know how he got started in songwriting?
No.
he used to compose poems for girls that he fancied at school.
I mean,
And
it's a classic, really, isn't it?
and he claims it worked.
Okay.
So his male classmates said, "Could you write some for me as well?" Not to about how attractive they were, so that they could give them to girls.
Like Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right. Me personally, I have a little blind spot towards Neil Diamond now and again. I've seen him twice, James. Saw him at Glastonbury once. Got bored, went off to see something else.
Okay.
And then I went to see him in actual concerts. I thought, I've messed up at Glastonbury. He's probably great. Went to see him again. Started singing songs about that Jonathan Living Seagull. I thought, I'm going to avoid the traffic. I'm slightly bored by him. I don't know why. My apologies.
There's something about Neil Diamond and Neil Diamond related media that make you just quit.
Yeah, give up.
I've got a little bit more to do. Do you want to go and have a nap or something while I'm finishing this off?
Go on, we'll see what happens. We got some more facts about
Okay.
Neil Diamond. All right.
Because this is a song, we've done this before, songs that feature an ellipsis. Remember when we did Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit by Gina G?
That's it.
Well, this song is exactly the same as that in so many ways. It's got an ellipsis in the middle. Do you know why?
No.
On the album that this is on...
Hang on, I'm bad enough. I've got to leave.
All right, okay. I'll just tell the listeners / viewers while Andy goes. So the first half of the song, I Am, is the first track on side one. I mean, we can see in the mirror that you're just hiding. And just, you've got a big mirror there.
I know. That's taught me a good lesson. Next time I'm on a Zoom call, I don't want to get out and pretend something bad's happened. All right. Then.
You need to get some camouflage.
Go on, I
And
was into it, really. I was just being silly, James, for the sake.
I know.
Now we're on video. We've got loads of old podcasts on audio. Now we're on video. We can mess around with visual medium.
Yeah, we're doing visual comedy. We're like Laurel and Hardy in that respect. The first half of the song, I Am, was the first track on the first side of the album. And I Said, the second half of the song, was the last track on the second side of the album. So it bookends the albums, but the single puts them both together. The first time I found out about this song was I was reading a book by the American humorist Dave Barry. You familiar with him?
I know the name, and also I'd like to point out Dave Barry, two of my mum's friends.
In one of his newspaper columns, he wrote about the worst songs ever, and he cited this song, specifically the lyric, "And no one heard me at all, not even the chair."
Yeah, that got on my nerves, that lyric, I have to admit.
He said, "What kind of line is that? Is Neil telling us he's surprised that the chair didn't hear him? Maybe he expected the chair to say, 'Whoa, I heard that.' My guess is that Neil was really desperate to come up with something to rhyme with there, and he had already rejected, so I ate a pear, like Smokey the Bear, and there were nits in my hair."
Dave Barry sounds like he got on well on this podcast now and again. That's sort of nonsense we do now and again, suggest better rhymes.
Yeah, and then he got a deluge of, and this is pre-internet, so a deluge of letters and postcards from furious Neil Diamond fans saying, "How dare you have a go at this song?" And of course, then Dave Barry doubles down and goes, "Yeah, what of it?" And he ends up writing a book called The Book of Bad Songs, inspired by the whole thing. I would say that I quite like that line because it's about loneliness.
Go on.
That's, it's just it's a bit of poetic license, isn't it? It's a little phrase or saying to highlight that he's lonely.
I mean, I believe, though, in this case, Neil Diamond should have his poetic license revoked and have to attend a poetic license awareness course.
I played the song to another comedian, and they said they thought when he said "not even the chair," it referred to like the chair of the meeting, like the chairperson.
All right, I'm glad we're getting into this. YouTube comments. Always makes me a bit strange about criticising a song because loads of people love it. This is good, I think, about pop music in general. The Goat Lady. She says, I read a story about a woman who felt worthless. Her car ran off the road and was lost in a snowbank. She decided to just die and freeze to death. Then on the radio she heard I Am, I Said. It gave her the will to live. She is now an old woman. Thank you, Neil Diamond. So that puts things into perspective, doesn't it? That someone is in
How
a
does
car
she
crash.
know?
How does she know?
does she
She
know?
read the story. She says it in the first 4 words.
I reckon it was her.
What do you think the goat lady is projecting?
Yeah. I mean, who's she kidding? I always liked Neil Diamond, and then obviously Sweet Caroline becomes what it is. And that kind of puts you off it, doesn't it?
The new English national anthem?
Yeah, because that's so omnipresent and sung by drunk people at the end of nights and stuff.
Yeah.
It could potentially put you off the rest of his oeuvre, but he's really good.
With my proclivities, I have heard the beginning of Sweet Caroline, but I've never stuck through to the very end.
Number 9.
Up 10 to number 9, on its way to number 2. It's Coco by The Sweet.
Their first of 10 UK top 10 hits and first of 5 number 2 singles. So I read that and I thought, wow, that's loads of number 2 singles. I wonder if they've got the most.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere near.
Okay.
Nowhere near.
Who does have the most? Did you find that out?
Madonna has 13 number 2s.
Hello, Madonna. We'll
Yeah.
see you soon. And we've seen The Sweet in the past, haven't we?
Yes, this is the third time they've showed up on this podcast of ours. They're the 70s answer to Eminem.
Always like to, if you want to remember The Sweet name, you can just sing the beginning of Ballroom Blitz, which we've covered in the past. I wish this was Ballroom Blitz.
Yeah, not a fan.
That's all right, isn't it? Let's delve into it.
It's very different from the music that they become known for, isn't it?
It's got a calypso feel.
Yes, it has. Well, it's got steel drums in it. And it's a song all about Coco, who is really good at dancing
Yeah, that's
and
right.
dancing on a beach.
Coco would dream of dancing at midnight beneath the stars. When it comes to dancing, Coco's a star. And then the chorus of Ho chi kaka ho, oh, co, etc., etc. That gives you a flavour. Listen to it properly on one of our attached playlists.
Coco, a bit surprised that it turned out to be a he
Yeah,
in the lyrics. Did you watch the video?
I did watch the video, yes.
So I'm going, oh, Coco's not a he. And then I was like, oh no, Coco is a he. Because he's got armadillos in his trousers.
Has he?
Yep.
All right, then. I'm glad you said about the woman dancing in the video because this is
Don't
one
know
of
if it's
the...
a woman.
What?
Don't know if it's a woman.
Really?
Yep.
All right, Keir Starmer. We we had a really... the thing I said earlier about YouTube being snippy, it really wound people up. Good Run Preacher says, I'd thought that the beautiful young woman dancing in this video will be an old lady now. Possibly, you reckon? But this woman called Sally Ann Kohler, she comes up several times in commenting on this video, almost obsessively, saying things like, this woman dancing really gets on my nerves. You can tell she loves herself, how she's smiling and dancing.
Oh, someone lost a partner to the dancer.
I think this is an interesting notion. We did it before with, who was it in the past? Barry Blue. Dancing on a Saturday night. The notion that sometimes you can just watch something and for whatever peculiar reason, you get the hump. We both do that now and again, James, with performances. Seems strange for a woman dancing in a video, though. Cornpop9090 says, they will be listening to this 500 years from now. Sweet, I like Mozart. Immortal.
Don't know about that. Oh, well, maybe they are because they were very big in Germany. This was a number 1 in West Germany.
I mean, you see the Sweet in the video a little bit too, don't you?
You see mainly Brian.
Yeah. Everyone loves Brian Conley.
Now, I can't confirm this either way, but this is alleged. But apparently, Brian Conley is the only member of the Sweet who's on this record, and the rest are session musicians.
Okay.
But that might not be true. So
It might be true as well. As we've said before, James, that notion, I mean, when they went and did gigs all over the place, they didn't bring the session musicians in, so Sweet have played this song. You'd have to employ loads of steel drum players anyway to claim this was a Sweet.
And also, it probably explains why they don't do that thing they do in Ballroom Blitz, where he says, "You ready, Steve?" Doesn't do that because he probably doesn't know the names.
Yeah. Are you ready, Graham? On the kettle drum in the key of C. Yes.
Are you ready? That guy? Hey, you, are you ready? I know I was introduced to you a moment ago, but I'm Brian Connolly, so I'm hungover.
Tahita Treat on YouTube. This again, chippiness. One of my childhood songs. Don't tell me cancel culture doesn't exist.
What? What's that got to do with anything?
They feel maybe because they don't hear this song on the radio because it's not that good, that somehow it's cancel culture. And maybe the notion of cocoa and all this. I don't know, James. You know what people are like.
Tell you what it is. It's all those Neil Diamond fans, yeah, and the Illuminati have got together to ban cocoa by the sweet. We're through the looking glass here, people. I'm going to start a Facebook group immediately.
It's usually amigos and the deep conspiratorial dives. I like you going off on one this week, James. It's got a key change in it. It's one of the four with key changes in. I mean, do we need to say any more?
Well, yeah, I think we should. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short podcast. It may not be a bad thing. As well as being the Sweets' first top 10 hit, who also had this as their first top 10 hit?
I do not know.
Chin and Chapman.
The writers and producers.
Yes.
This was their first ever big hit, was it?
Yes, it was. Obviously, they go on to do like other stuff for the Sweet, but also for Mud, Susie Quattro, Smokey, Racy, Blondie, and Mickey by Tony Basil.
We have mentioned them many times in the past and hopefully mentioned many times in the future. I mean, they make great records, Chin and Chapman, don't they? Is this one of them?
I think they do better stuff later, let's say that.
Number 8.
Up 10 places to number 8. Also on its way to number 2, it's Don't Let It Die by Hurricane Smith.
I've loved this song this week, James. Let's bang that in early.
Do you like its eco message?
I didn't realise that an eco message. It's about the third or fourth listen. I do quite like it, yeah. It's good, isn't it? Tell me some words and how I can save the planet.
Well, don't let it die. The it is the earth. That's who Hurricane Smith is referring to. And all the animals, tigers, kangaroos, they get a name check. I guess they're his favourites.
Hurricane Smith, whoever he may be, is saying, the mountainside, the flower grows, the riverside where the water flows forever. Nice to a major, you'd expect a minor there maybe. The jungle life of mystery, the wild and graceful history of life. Then this lovely chord to lead into the, yeah. Don't let it die. You know that again. And then he goes on about the tiger's free and the kangaroo. It's up to me and it's up to you. What is up to me and you, James?
Whether the kangaroos die or not. So what do you think, Andy? Shall we let the kangaroos die?
No.
Okay, then it's decided.
007 Enid said that the world has gone batshit crazy. We are in captivity as humans, controlled by the 1%. How poignant is this song now? Another example of the chippiness of the early 70s YouTube commenters.
I'm glad you found my comment. You say Hurricane Smith, whoever that might be. You know who Hurricane Smith is, surely.
I do. Hey, also the greatest album ever released in 1971, possibly. He is Norman Smith. I only found this out very recently when I was watching something else, that Norman Smith, Hurricane Smith, was an ex-engineer of the Beatles.
Yes, he worked on all their albums until Rubber Soul.
Yeah. Their best albums, the early ones.
You're just trolling for comments, aren't you?
I prefer the red album to the blue album if I had to. That's all I'm saying.
This song, he wrote it in 1965 when he was working with the Beatles, and it nearly made it onto Help.
What, this song?
Yeah, they were going to give it Ringo to sing, and then they eventually decided to do Act Naturally instead.
Is that a fact?
Yep.
All right,
He
great.
wrote it for John Lennon.
Loads of people in YouTube comments saying it sounds like Lennon, so
John Lennon's nickname for him was Normal,
Okay.
because his name was Norman.
He
And
was
in fact,
a genius.
John Lennon Called Me Normal was the name of Hurricane Smith's autobiography.
Wouldn't you?
It doesn't make you want to read it, though, does it?
right.
John Lennon said it was normal. Probably won't read that one. What we want the autobiography called John Lennon Called Me Crazy, something like that. That would have sold it. But he's 48 here when this hits the charts.
I like the notion of an old man who worked with the Beatles once, turning up in the top 10 later with all the hipsters and the groovers.
And he was an RAF pilot in the Second World War.
Was he?
He lived quite the life. He did. He produced 3 of the first 4 Pink Floyd albums. His instrumental theme from an unmade silent movie used to get played at Villa Park all the time. I don't think they still play it.
What's the new one? What record do they play at Villa Park at the moment?
Well, when the team runs out. Well, because there's not a song called "You're About to Disappoint Us," they play "Crazy Train" by Ozzy Osbourne. This was the demo.
It's got a rough feel to it, hasn't it? It's not
Yeah.
balanced properly. A bit like this podcast, maybe. Our apologies for having sound issues, but it's not necessarily the smoothest sounding thing in the world, is it?
No, he played the demo to Mickey Most, and he went, "I'll just put it out." So he did. Got
Great.
to number 2.
Great. I mean, as we talk about, the ecological nature is big time in this song, isn't it? Mike UK says, why don't Friends of the Earth, the Green Party, and similar organisations adopt this lovely song as their anthem and get it reissued? Surely now is the time. Rather than Villa Park, they're saying the Green Party should have it. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah, that would really tip it over the edge, I think. Stop playing this song, Zach. You're bound to be Prime Minister.
I'm sure everybody on GB News and the Ilk would go, oh, actually, I can understand it now, the Green Party using this song. Now is the time.
They were all teenagers when this record came out, so maybe just by sheer power of nostalgia, that would work.
I think it's beautiful, this song. I'm putting it out there.
Oh, good. No, I've enjoyed it as well. I really like the start. It sounds wistful, and so this got me thinking about other charting artists who are named after wind.
Okay.
Can you think of any?
Hurricane number 5, or whatever they were called.
Hurricane 1.
My apologies.
Yes.
I'm
5
thinking
top 40 hits in the late 90s.
I'm thinking of the tribute band I saw. Cyclone? Tornado?
There's the Tornadoes, who had a number 1, didn't they? With Telstar.
Margaret Thatcher's favourite record. She turned up again after she's nicked everyone's milk from the intro.
There's Johnny and the Hurricanes. 4 top 10 hits in the late 50s, early 60s.
Red River Rock, did they do? Can't remember. Go on.
There's Monsoon.
Ever so lonely. All right.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed. I should have got that. All right. Who else?
Probably the most successful wind is a gale. There's, just Gale had a number 1 in 2021 with ABDEFU.
Oh, yeah.
Crystal Gale.
Are you including surnames? All right. This is important. Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Gale as well.
That's right. My sweetness is your weakness. Oh, I've got a quiz for you. We're talking about Don't Let It Die. Shall we hear what other pop stars have said about dying? Who said, this is a quiz, 1 million pop points each one, James. Who said, I'm going to live till I die?
That's John Bon Jovi? No, he was so sleep when I die. He must be knackered by now.
I'll give you a clue. He had blue eyes. That's a clue.
Frank Sinatra.
Who said, dying is easy, it's living that scares me to death?
Kurt Cobain?
No, I will give you a clue. She's got, this is from our previous podcast, James, and a little chip I've got on my shoulder. She's won loads of Brits.
Oh, Annie Lennox.
That's right. I've got some peculiar hang-up about that for some reason. Who said, it's funny how most people love the dead. Once you're dead, you're made for life.
Jerry Garcia?
No, I'll give you a musical cue, partially to see if the sound's working any good.
Oh, the Wurzels.
It was the Wurzels. When Jimi Hendrix played in them. I love that reiteration of the Wurzel. They were really good. I'm a cider drinker. Who said? That's my impression of Jimi Hendrix.
That was good.
Do you think? Who said the death of what's dead is the birth of what's living? That's a good quote. What do you make of the quote first, James, before we inevitably don't get who he is?
Well, is it are they referring to the Circle of Life? Is it Elton John?
No.
Are you talking? Tim Rice. It's Tim Rice, Circle of Life, isn't it?
He was Woody Guthrie's son.
Arlo Guthrie.
You got it. And finally, who said, death makes angels of us all and gives us wings where we had shoulders smooth as raven's claws? I mean, that sounds like a lyric, doesn't it? I didn't know.
The head of Red Bull marketing.
That's right. If Jim Morrison is come back to life and he's trying to get us all on caffeinated drinks. I know a teacher, and she said, all the kids come in with blue tongues because they're drinking blue cans of Monster for breakfast.
The breakfast of champions. Maybe we should let it die, if that's where we're headed.
Number 7.
It's down 5 to number 7. It's been number 1 for 5 weeks. It's Dawn with Knock 3 Times.
Well, at the time of release, it's called Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Later, it becomes Dawn featuring Tony Orlando, and then it becomes Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Okay.
There's a reason for that.
Tony Orlando's raging ego.
No, it's more about the fact that Dawn didn't really exist.
Yeah, all right.
They were a band of session musicians put together to release the song. And it wasn't even this song, it was Candida. It was the previous song.
Okay.
And Tony Orlando, who, although he'd had a couple of hits in the early 60s when he was a singer, he had become the vice president of CBS Music. And the producer of Candida said, "Can you do the vocal on this song?" And he says, "Well, I can't really, because I'm the head of a rival record company. So I'll do it. You can't tell anyone that I'm doing it."
Okay.
So they'll go, "All right, we need a name for the band." And they came up with the name Dawn. And that is because it is either the middle name or first name of one of the record company executives' daughters, although they all claim it's theirs. It's like loads of people say, "Yeah, it's named after my kid." It can't be named after all of them unless they were all called Dawn, which is a possibility.
I'm going to claim again that Dawn's another one of my mum's friends, but here we are.
Then they do this song after Candida was a hit, and it's just a monster hit, a global, worldwide hit. I should say a couple of the other people, the session musicians, we should give them a shout out for playing on this record. Jay Siegel, Robin Green, and then two people who have names like characters in Toast, Tony Wine and Linda November. But we've spoken of Tony Wine before because she co-wrote A Groovy Kind of Love.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And she did the female vocals on Sugar Sugar by the Archies. Linda November is the backing vocals on Do You Know the Way to San Jose and Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, as well as being basically the queen of American TV ad jingles.
Is that right?
Yeah, probably best known for the Meow Mix advert. Now, even as a British person, I know how that goes because it's
How did it go?
meow, 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 like that one.
I remember.
Also, she sang 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickled onions on a sesame seed bun. And she did ads for Coke and Pepsi.
Oh, well done, Linda November, straddling the divide.
But none of them go on to be Dawn
No.
when Tony Orlando and Dawn go on to have hits in the future.
I love this song, James. This is one of them, one of the few in this top 10 I was already really familiar with. You can't not like this, can you? If you've got a beating heart and you don't mind a bit of nonsense.
It's a great sing-along song, isn't it?
It's so simple, it's beautiful. I believe it's in C sharp. Hey girl, it's got that kind of, I don't know, that sort of feel, that Spanish or an Italian feel. I love you. I mean, these sort of lyrics. I can hear your music playing. What else can they feel? I can feel your
body swaying.
You got it, 1 floor below me. Oh, my darling.
Yeah.
I like that, of course. I've got knocked 3 times on the window, twice on the pipe, and then another 2 pipes are going. You know, I mean, why wouldn't you if the opportunity is there?
That opening line, "Hey girl, what you doing down there?"
Yeah, hello.
Oh, she lives downstairs. Oh, I get it now. Oh, it's fine. It's not what we thought it was going to be.
You brought a different meaning to knock twice on the pipe. All right, then.
It's about a guy who is stalking his downstairs neighbour.
I can't work out the relationship. They're not. I thought it was a bit of a booty call to start with, but then later on they go, "You'll meet me in the hallway, won't you?" So unless they're having sex in the hallway, like a pair of exhibitionists, they're obviously going out somewhere rather than just, "Hey, downstairs." You know, it's a call to go out dancing, I think.
And I will say this for a song from the 70s, he's asking for permission.
Yes, most unusual in the 70s.
This song is all about informed and enthusiastic consent. Because he's not saying knock once on the ceiling, because that could be a mistake. That could be I was doing some dusting and I accidentally, oh, now I'm married to the guy. He's saying knock 3 times. There can be no confusion if it's 3 times.
Do you think he's the type of man that after they've been out dancing in from the hallway, he'd say, give me a ring for 3 times when you get back in?
Yeah.
I suppose it's the equivalent of that, isn't it, if you live close to each other? All right, then.
Ring 3 times if you're travelling back at night. Text on the mobile if you've crashed your car.
Oh, my darling.
Thing is about this song is it's a cliffhanger, isn't it?
Do you think?
Well, we never find out. We never find out how she responds. Put yourself in her position.
Yeah.
Because basically he talks in the song, he sings in the song about how he dangles a note outside the window on a string.
That's right. I forgot all
To
about
get-
that. Yeah.
All right. And we never find out how she... How would you feel if that happened? If a note appears from upstairs with this kind of, I fancy you, knock on the ceiling. What would you... Did he include a photo, do you think?
With the note.
Yeah.
Tony Orlando, I don't know if he included a photo, but Daniel Lachlan makes a good point on YouTube when he's watching the video. He says, now I know where Terence Stamp got his inspiration for the Zod-looking Superman 2. That's what he reckons Tony Orlando looks like, Zod.
He's a looker, Tony Orlando. He should have included a photo, a tasteful photo, mind. I think she would have banged 3 times on the ceiling, and then probably 3 times on the headboard.
I'm glad you brought up the notion of consent for us to think about in this modern era, James. Nancy Hammonds, she's got a good point on YouTube. She says, what I have often wondered is, do the grandchildren of our favourite singers know how regular people feel about their grandparents? Do the grandchildren of Tony, Velma and Joyce see them the way we do?
Okay, so Thelma and Joyce, we should point out, they become Dawn.
2 of my mum's friends as well.
They're-
I'm addicted to that this week. You'll have to forgive me.
They're the singers who appear on Tie Yellow Ribbon and all the latest stuff. So, yeah, that's who Dawn are. But do their grandchildren know that they were pop stars? Is that the question?
I'm believing Nancy Hammonds may be a grandparent herself and is just projecting, but it's, we've never talked about this before, maybe for good reason, James. Do the grandchildren of pop stars think they're good? You can't imagine they do, can you? They'd just be what your grandparents do. You're not a grandparent, you're a parent, James. Do your children think you're great, like the way we all do?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
I don't know how Anton Sujika knows this, but he says Tony always booked 1 hotel room on tour. Lucky guy.
What? Well, hang on. Who's booking more than 1 hotel room?
He's got a band, doesn't he? So maybe he gets everybody in the band to share his hotel room. If he had somebody above him, they could knock 3 times.
The 2 women from Dawn with him. Is that what
I
he's
feel we're
implying?
straying into libelous territory without
Yeah.
ever knowing the reasons why.
You know, sometimes we're comedians, aren't we, Andy? The fact we have to point out. And
Always breaks my heart that we have to point that out a little bit, but go on.
and sometimes in the glamorous world of road comedy, you do have to book a hotel. I only book 1.
Have you never shared a room with another comedian?
I have, but not for a long time.
Because,
Not in that way.
Because
Just the idea that, you know, in the days before internet dating and Tinder on the mobile, this is how it used to work, kids. This is what you used to do. This is how your grandparents got together, dangling notes into someone's window and then some kind of pipe-based system.
Do you feel this song then is archaic, a bit like we've talked about in the past with Blondie, hanging on the telephone, that notion now that you wouldn't have to be waiting in the hallway?
You could probably send a fax now, couldn't you?
Yes, I hear they're very popular.
The thing is, Andy, I think we should have our cake and eat it.
I don't know what that means, but it sounded good at the end. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What you said, our cake, is this our cake? And I said,
Nice.
Remember?
Well, I'll do it.
I said, we should have our cake and eat it. Do you remember? Because then we went viral.
Number 6.
Up 1 to number 6. On its way to number 4, it's He's Gonna Step on You Again by John Congos.
let's say Congas, I believe, or, put comments down below if you haven't got it right. But nonetheless, I'm respecting this record. What do you think? A lot of people on YouTube are saying they never knew when they hear this song.
I imagine something to do with the Happy Mondays.
It is the original version of He's Gonna Step On You, or Just Step On, isn't it, actually, with the Happy Mondays.
Yes, and it's amazing how much of that version is in this original.
Absolutely. I mean, it's pretty much a straight cover, isn't it? Happy Mondays with, different sounds, obviously, and different bits and bobs. But, you got a cat knocking around now.
Yeah, the cat's just come in.
So,
Are you talking about John Congos? I'm a big fan. He's in.
Hey, no, I'm going to say to the cat, don't go around underneath your feet. You know why?
He's going to step on you again.
Yes. I love this version, and I've loved this record this week. Thank you for this podcast, for putting me in touch with this.
It is great. All the down, all those little bits, all those little hooky bits, they're in this.
Yes.
He's gonna step on you again. That's all in this bit.
Again, it's essentially a 3-chorder, and a blues, actually. It's like a 12-bar blues with know whatever he's singing. I'm gonna take it a lot.
Oh, I can tell you what he's singing.
Please.
Because I don't think I really appreciated until I heard this version what this song's actually about.
Go on.
It's about colonialism.
Is it?
Hey, Rainmaker, come away from that man. You know he's going to take away your promised land. Hey, good lady, he just want what you got. You know he'll never stop until he's taken the lot. He's going to stamp out your fire. He can change your desire. Don't you know that he can make you forget you're a man?
And then... It's hypnotic, isn't it, this record, I feel? It's got a groove to it. It sounds menacing.
What do you think of the drums that play throughout?
I didn't really notice them, so I'm going to say that now that I did notice them, it's got a tribal rhythm, for want of a better phrase, hasn't it? That's different to the Happy Mondays, the rhythmic thrust of this record.
Yeah, according to the Guinness Book of Records, this is the first charting single to use a sample.
Ken Christie says Gus Dudgeon used a drum loop.
Yep. Gus Dudgeon, we've mentioned before. What famous songs did he produce?
I can't remember.
It's a little bit funny.
Your song?
Yep.
Elton John?
Yep, Ground Control to Major Tom.
I feel about this podcast, it's a little bit funny sometimes. That'd be David Bowie.
Yeah, he's also the voice of the Laughing Gnome in the song The Laughing Gnome.
Is he? Right.
Yes. We've covered him before, but I think in a bonus tracks. Very, very sad end to his life. He died while asleep at the wheel while drunk driving on the M4.
Like Cozy Powell, who was texting. All right, then, I like the lyrical thrust of this. As you alluded to, Rick Pine, this is good. He said this should be the Democrats' theme song for 2025. So he's giving it that trump, and it has got that feel, the lyric, isn't it? Whoever he is who's going to step on you, there's a menace in this record. Very appealing.
It's a warning against any kind of bad actor, isn't it?
I mean, at certain points I was shouting, call the cops, and you're twisting my melon, man, and all that in there. I couldn't help it, I'm that generation.
That bit's missing, and also the piano is missing, but pretty much everything else is there. John Congos had 2 hits. They both got to number 4, and he had nothing else. His other hit was Tokoloshi Man, which was also covered by the Happy Mondays.
Again, they loved him.
They did.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Tokoloshi Man. This relates to my 1970s commenters on YouTube being chippy. Johan Sturck says, I lived in southern Africa for a long time, and sometimes people ask me, what is a Tokoloshi? For many Africans are still afraid of this evil spirit. Then they go on to say, my best definition of a Tokoloshi is the African version of our mother-in-law. Hello to all you wokers. Can't help himself at the very end.
Yeah, John Congos was from South Africa, but he moved to London.
A lot of people are saying it's in the new version of the Running Man film. So, we've mentioned this before, James. Songs keep alive. Here we are 55 years later at the time of recording. It's in a new Hollywood hit.
Did this version do better than the Happy Mondays version, or vice versa?
I'm going to say we don't really go on sales. We go on chart position, don't we? That's how we see it. This was number
4 it gets to.
I'm going to say it's better than the Happy Mondays.
Yeah, that gets to number 5. It's close, though.
One better.
1 better.
Yeah.
So there you go, kids. This is one better than the Happy Mondays. Face facts, Sean and Bears.
Well, we've done this, haven't we? He's going to step on you again. The notion of fascism, not a benevolent leader, the opposite. And also...
Malevolent.
Thank you. And also, not Ben Elton, Mal Elton. Also, you know, like it in this bottom half of this top five, we've got this record warning us of fascism, I suppose. And also we've got Norman Hurricane Smith telling us to save the planet. It's got relevance, this top 10, if nothing else.
Yeah, and Tony Orlando being very considerate and asking for consent.
Yeah. Are we...
Neil Diamond talking about his mental health.
That's right. Who have we missed out, and who can we drag them into this?
The Sweets with their man who might be a woman who might be a man. You know, all these things that you'd associate with now. These were all going on in 1971, mate.
That's good. I wonder if the top five will have the same social relevance. We will find out whether the next five has the same social relevance in the next podcast where we do numbers 5 to 1.
That's right, including a Northern Soul stomper, a murder ballad, a 3 Roger song, and a record that was banned by the BBC.
As always, you can listen to this music and the 5 we're going to talk about, the 5 we've just talked about, and the half a dozen that appear in our Patreon episode called Bonus Tracks. As always, you can listen to these. We'd very much appreciate it. Also, while you're here, rate, review, share. Don't get worried about, commenting below. Now we're on YouTube in video form.
Sign up for our Patreon. There is a free tier, by the way. You go to patreon.com/Shooby Podcast. And until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo Up.
And bop bop shoo up, man.